Hi everyone, it's Imogen and welcome back to Colouring Kid. I'm here with my mum Alex again.
Hello.
Oh, I don't think I said in the last video that you were called Alex. Oh well.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. We've just filmed another video showing our 10 favourite pictures each from my colouring books because, as we mentioned, it was such a hard choice picking. Just 10, just for various reasons, being proud of pictures and things like that. So we decided to split Ivy and the Inky Butterfly from those because in here I think there's about 120 pages, well, like single pages, and it was just really, I think it was hard to put this with everything else when I've coloured every page, so we decided to do a separate video on this. So the pink ones are the ones that we both chose, the yellow ones the ones my mum chose, and the blue ones are the ones that I chose. So yeah, we're just going to go through an order, I think. So yeah. I don't know which ones.
I think it's the strawberry one.
Yeah. So do you want to explain a bit about this one first?
Yeah, I liked the contrast of the blue with the strawberries, and I think the strawberries you feel that you could just reach out and eat. They look really glossy and delicious. It's the contrast of the colours that I think really works there. I've
actually seen a video that Chris Chang's done of the strawberries, and she makes them look really realistic. So I'm going to give those a try, probably on something else. But yeah, I was pleased with the background as well because it was one of the first times I tried to make a smooth background. I think I did use a blender, but yeah, but for those of you who didn't watch the other video, I've actually ordered a second copy of this, so it would be amazing to complete it again, but there are things pretty much about most pages where there are tiny things that I'd want to change, so that'll be something fun that I can incorporate into my computer pages videos.
I think she's a nutcase because it took her over a year to do this first
The thing is that it took me a year, but I was pretty much solidly working on it. So if I managed to get 1 to 2 pages done a month, every month, like I am with the flower year, I would slowly complete it.
You'll be leaving home.
Yeah, but I want to take my I want to take my time more with the pages because, as you can see, I did this page a long time after this one. Partly I want to change it because I was using a lot of pastel colours and it's just not, it's a bit flat, I don't know.
The intensity of that compared
exactly.
to that.
So there are so many things I want to change about this, and I want to take my time on all of the pages and not get bored by the double spreads because they're so detailed. It's really, really hard to stay motivated, but I really, really want to try.
That's why I can't believe you're doing it again.
Yeah, but what I would do is, well, what Peter Hewitt did...
This isn't one of our choices.
No, it's not, but this is an example of the double spread. So what Peter Hewitt did was she would have a warm-up page in her books. So every time she came to colour in it, she'd pick one small thing to colour, and then slowly it would build up.
That's a good idea.
I think what I might have with this book is just have lots and lots of pages at once ongoing.
Warming you up.
Because if I'm not feeling a page, I'm not necessarily going to colour it because I want this to... This is a year and a half later, by the way, so I finished this in November 2018 because I got it in November 2017, so it has been a while. So yeah, I just want to really take my time with this, so I may just have lots of pages as whips at once and just slowly complete them, I don't know.
Because we did try and get it taken apart and photocopied to make other copies of it, didn't we? But nobody would do it. No. It's against copyright, so... At least if you do another one, then we've got one that can be out and one tucked away. Yeah,
because the only problem is, obviously it's not really a worry for us colourists with everything being light fast, but I can kind of even tell, just as the pages are always together, some of the white gel pen is transferred, and it just, it would be nice to be able to colour the pages again and just have a newer copy as well, because this is really battered. I mean, it's only been a year. Some of my books, obviously, I'm working on longer than that, so yeah, you can tell how much damage has been caused. I mean, the flower year is wrecked, and that wasn't even...
It's because you take it to school in your backpack.
I used to. I don't anymore because I barely have the time at break. But when we had longer in registration, I would sometimes do a bit. But I didn't even take that one. It's just from being around.
You need to wrap it in bubble wrap or something.
Yeah. Well, I need to get. I actually, when the pages have started falling apart, I've used my earring tape, which is like really small masking tape, because I don't use it anymore for PE. I take my earrings out, and so I use that to put the binding back together, and that's run out. So I need to get some more, maybe from the pharmacy or something. But it's so handy because it's really thin, and you know, it's not like sellotape. It won't make things glossy. You can pretty much just go. Some are really close together. Right, this is my choice. So I did this, and I remember when I did it. It was when we were staying at our grandparents because we were going to Alton Towers. You weren't there though, you were at work, I think.
I was working.
And I had this as an ongoing whip. I'd done the hydrangeas, pretty much. I think I was just working on the leaves and some of the flowers. I was really proud of this one mainly because of the hydrangeas. But I had actually followed a tutorial. I don't know whether I've... Oh, here, perfect. I actually took this out this morning to check what colours I'd used. Oh no, have I not written who the person on Instagram was? Okay. Oh no, never mind. So I'm really sorry, I can't remember who did this. But again, I can't take credit for the hydrangeas. But this was a page from Floribunda or something else that someone had done. And I took the idea and created it in here. So it took such a long time, but I was really proud of how it turned out. And then what I did was just transferred all of these colours onto the rest of the flowers on the page. The only thing I was deliberating at that time is whether to do a background, but I don't. If I was to do one, it would be a really simple one.
It's so hard because you could make it or break it.
Yeah, exactly.
And after all of that hard work, you don't want to break it, do you?
Yeah, so this one I pretty much want to do exactly the same, except have maybe a bit more variation in the greens and not just have it all in olive green. But we'll see, I really don't know. But yeah, I was really, really pleased with this one. So, what's the next one? It's kind of hard to just tell which one is next.
It's another one of yours.
That's mine. So this one I did when we were in Spain in the summer of 2018. Lots of these were actually done in Spain. I knuckled down and did loads of the double page spreads because that was something that I had kind of left to do, and it's something that I kind of regretted doing because I had done lots of my favourite pages, which isn't a bad thing, you know, you can do the pages in any order, but I had kind of left some of the ones that I didn't like as much, but this was one of the ones that I was saving because I did really like it. So for this one I took the basic concept of obviously doing purple, yellow, why did I say yellow, purple, pink and blue, flowers. Well, they're sweet peas. It's not totally accurate, but I quite like how it turned out. I'm really
pleased. Get bluey, purpley ones.
Yeah, I guess this book is in general is quite whimsical anyway because it's it's a story. I really like how these flowers turned out, and the bee I just really like. I think the background for this next time I'd maybe just do a simple. If I was to do green again, I would just do green. Like blending out. I wouldn't do a whole pastel one like I did this time. I think maybe the darker bit here was a step too far, wasn't it? And maybe I wouldn't do the white gel pen on the mushrooms. I did that. Laura Colours too. She had done that on her picture. I would probably, what I want to do in my new copy is use more of my gel pens and my glitter and stuff more because I really like them, and obviously I want to use them, so I may decide to do something similar, but I did outline these all in
and it's worked there, the white worked there.
But I think it was just a bit different for me because I hadn't used the green pastel, and I do really like it, it contrasts with the other colours, but I was really pleased with that one. Is it one of yours?
Yeah.
This one.
Oh, I love everything about this double page spread. There are so many elements, I could just look at it for hours. I think the dandelion clocks are superb. You could just, Ivy has blown that one, hasn't she?
Yeah, all the wind.
All the wind has. And yeah, I think you just feel drawn into the picture. I love the post box.
Got up a bit. Yeah, there we go.
The bee.
Again, it's quite similar to the other one because it has the bee in it.
The same flowers that Imogen did earlier. And I like a choice of greens for this. There isn't anything that's too bright.
Yeah, because I think there's other bright colours in it, the yellow and the purple.
It just all goes together. There's nothing that jars at all. It just is a really interesting picture to look at.
I think the first bit I did in this was the post box, and I was quite worried at the time because it's obviously quite bright, and I had blended with a tiny bit of black to make it even deeper. And then I was pleased with the parcels because I really like those colours and the Prismacolors. I think obviously these are meant to be dandelions, but I did them purple, but I actually really like them, so I wasn't really fussed about making them too realistic. I think these were meant to be buttercups.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're much nicer the way you've done them.
Well, yeah, I don't really mind, even though they're in the book. Some things I kind of glazed over. I don't really worry about them. I think the only thing that I would like to try and do if I did this one again is making the glass look a bit more realistic, like see-through, which is what I was doing in the caramel cover. So maybe using a bit of my Jelly Roll glaze to make it look shiny like glass, and again for the lanterns, but we'll see.
Well, they're effective light sources.
Yeah, I think the only thing I had trouble with throughout this book was that I didn't really think any of these pictures did fit with being a night scene, but Joanna Basford had put lanterns in the pages, so I did the light, but I didn't do it against a really dark background. Like the cherry blossoms, I'm not sure where they are. I think they're back here, or maybe they're not. If they're not, I won't fuss too much about finding them. Ah, here. You see there's lanterns here, and obviously it's in the middle of the day, so that's the only thing that I did find a bit tricky. Obviously making it look realistic, because you wouldn't really have the lanterns on in the day, but I didn't want to not colour them as if there was light. So that was a bit tricky, but yeah, I was pleased with this.
But that background worked really well.
Yeah, that was pastel. I think the thing is, a pastel, you never will get it opaque like an acrylic paint, and there's so many fiddly bits in this anyway. I think I wanted to do a background, and for what I was hoping for, I'm pleased with how it turned out, but it was quite tricky.
Just thinking about 20 years' time, you can do a contrast between old ivy and new ivy.
Yeah. Oh my god. If I ever complete the second copy, I'm going to do it like a comparison flip through video. But yeah, I was so pleased with it at the time, and I'm still really, really proud of it. The whole book in general. But now that obviously I've kind of moved on a year and a half, there's just things in the book that I can see that I really, really want to change. I'll show you one of the pages.
You're too critical. I really am.
Yeah, but we all are. We're hard on ourselves, and then, yeah.
This is another one of my choices. I like the way that Joanna Basford has framed each of
the frames,
scenes.
Yeah.
And so Imogen had taken great care doing the frames.
They took ages though, and I probably would do a lighter brown next time, but yeah.
I don't know. And then again, more of her pink flowers. Love the toadstools, and yeah, no, I just thought it was a really pretty double page spread, and she chose lots of pastel colours too.
Again, I did this one in Prague, I think, and on the plane I was doing one of the green things. The only thing I think with this is the toadstools are so bright, they're a bright red, and everything else is quite pale, and I really like pastel colours, but maybe with some of the pinks I would deepen it up slightly, or deepen up the blue, just so that these aren't standing out a lot.
Or you could do them all that.
Yeah, or and again, I wasn't sure whether to do a background with this one. I don't think it necessarily needs it because it's quite detailed
and you've got
as it is. Yeah.
It's hard to, oh no, it's one of our joint
both ones. This one, okay. I really, really was happy with this one because I was kind of at first I was stuck with what I was going to do, because obviously this is meant to be her imagination, so I thought, well, if I stick to colours that I would normally do, like the previous page, it wouldn't really represent her imagination. I kind of think of it as really bright, so that's what I did, and it was a bit out of my comfort zone, but I really, really like it. I kind of went obviously with the duller kind of brown border bits because it's kind of flowing from her hair. So I kind of thought
That's
that did
clever.
fit.
Yeah.
And I really like the fact that it's kind of a ribbon design. I've always liked those that Joanna Bassford has done, and the fact that, you know, they link up. It's quite time consuming, but I was really pleased with how it turned out. And this one, I'm going to stick to exactly how I did it, pretty much. I'm not sure if it necessarily needs a bit of pastel in the background, but
Oh, I think that's
yeah.
good.
But I think there's
It
just
goes with her dress.
there's just a couple of bits I'd like to put a bit more bright red, maybe in some, like maybe there was kind of a lack of it there. Yeah. But overall, I was so pleased with it.
I'd like to make this into a material. I think it's just gorgeous. It's very Liberty-esque, and, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think it would make an amazing fabric.
I think the thing is with this, some people really like different styles of pictures, you know. Some people really like mandala pictures, some people like repeating patterns. For me, I've never really particularly been drawn to Zentangle pictures like this. Obviously, I really like the Fantastic Zoo ones. That's slightly different. But this, because it's very patterny, I wasn't really sure if I would like it at first, but then I really, really enjoyed it, because there are some bits that repeat, you know, the star bits are all the same. So yeah, I
think
really like it.
Apart from the picture that is my all-time favourite picture, this is my...
I've forgotten which one. Oh, that one. Yeah.
This is my second...
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All-time favourite one in Ivy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just because of the mix of colours.
As another side note, if you haven't... Oh, no, it's fine. Go on to the other. If you haven't bought Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, because obviously it's a story and it has the text within it, I think it flows really well, and there's not too much text on each page, is there? It's really, really lovely. So if you haven't tried it out, because you're a bit wary of that, don't be, because it's really... I just love it. It's so good. So this is one of your choices.
This is one of my choices. I just like the mix of colours again. It's quite pale in comparison to some of the other. But
some people have turned this into a tree trunk
that's okay.
and then made this kind of as the tree. Yeah. I think I'd probably just add a bit more of the yellowy creamy colour in some other places. I mean, maybe I'll change it entirely. I don't know.
But it's quite a restful picture to look at. Very pretty.
So I put the tab here, but it's actually this one. So this one's special because it was the first page that I did in this book. So on my birthday in November, so I did complete it it was literally a week before. Well, it was the 11th of November 2017 to the 4th of November 2018. So I got the 132 set of Prismacolors on my birthday along with this, and I just coloured this one pretty much in one night. And the thing that I really like is that I didn't care that there was white space, and I was just testing out the colours and things like that. I think the thing I will change if and when I colour it again is just making sure that there isn't any white space, because that's something that I learned that I wanted to change a bit, but I really like it. It's
sweet
special,
picture.
yeah. And again, it's a circle. Really like it.
Yeah. And I guess you were making crucial decisions really as to what Ivy was
I didn't
going
even
to
think
wear.
of, yeah, I know. I kind of just coloured them and then realised, I'm going to have to do the same thing in all the pages.
So it's quite a jump now.
Yeah.
Is this your all-time favourite?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, well, this is
maybe. Yeah, I think it probably is. Yeah, I think it is. That is.
I just think that could be in any picture book that you could go and buy in a shop. It's so amazingly shaded. The depth of colour is extraordinary, I think. So I just have huge admiration for Imogen for creating that. And Toadstools are one of my most favourite things anyway. So that's another reason why I like it so much. But it is the depth of colour that for me makes that.
So for those of you who don't know, this is my profile picture on my channel, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do for it, but then I kind of drew back to this page, I guess. I remember colouring it. I was actually colouring these on the train when we were going to
Lucky you haven't got
I know, when we were going to my dad's work party. This was December 2017, so it was fairly soon after I'd got the book. Again, with it being the bright red, I didn't really know how to work out, but yeah, I really like how it turned out. I think I'm going to stick to the same thing.
It's quite old-fashioned as well, isn't it? And the image that Joanna Basford's drawn, and it could come from a picture book 50 years ago.
The only thing that I'm going to change is the fact this background I was slightly careless with it because I did the blue over the green and the purple, so it kind of dulled them a bit. So I'm going to try and make that a bit better. And also there was a few smudges by the yellow, but yeah, apart from that, I class this as a double page spread because both of them are the same. I think the only downside is there's a bit more green on this side than that, but yeah, pleased with it. Oh, there's a yellow one there. It's really hard to tell.
Okay, yeah. This one is
both of ours. So yeah, this one. I had seen a lot of people do this on tutorials and things, and I decided to take my own approach. I did search up what a griffin looked like, and I copied it as best I could. And again, I had to make a decision on what the castle was going to be. It doesn't feature too much, but it is quite a significant bit too. So yeah, I went with that, and yeah, I just really like it. I like the fact that it's a crest picture. It's quite reminiscent of the crest picture in Enchanted Forest. There's lots of things I can see where she's plucked things from her other books and put them in here and switched them up a bit.
I think the Forget-Me-Nots are really, really pretty shade of blue, and blackberries look really juicy, and I think these are so pretty, and I love the colours of the griffins.
The only thing I wouldn't do next time is it was a thing I used to do when Joanna Basford would do dots. I would haze over them and then put white gel pen on top, and the white gel pen up against the paper doesn't really work, so I probably use a gold or a yellow glitter gel pen or something like that to do it instead. That's the benefit of having the new book, because things like that, you know, those tiny details, I can just go over with things to make it better. Some of them are really close together. Oh, that was the next page.
Yeah, so this is quite similar.
Yeah.
But I thought it was worth including again anyway.
Yeah, it's a ribbon design as well, which I like.
I guess it's got the same quite bright background that the Sweet Pea one had. But I love
the thing I was proud of when I did it was the fact that I didn't make all the leaves green, because that was something that I have done a lot throughout this book, and that's something that I want to change. I want to be more adventurous with doing different coloured leaves. So I did make it more autumnal by doing some of the browns and trying to, with the flowers and things that were on here, I tried to make them as contrasting as possible. But yeah, pleased with that one. That was your choice, wasn't it? Yeah. So this one, not the bee one, this one, this is probably my second favourite page in this. So with this, I really like it. It was again one of those things, it was kind of one of my first times blending a background, doing a pencil background, because as you can see in this, I've done a lot of pastel ones. I just really like the mix of colours. Again, it's quite dull. You know, they're not very bright colours, but I really, really like it.
They all work together really well.
Yeah, and I wish there was more of these in her book, where the small like ribbons of text, pictures surrounding the text. There was another one that I almost included, which I think is it back here? But if this isn't the one I think it is, then here. That was one that I almost went with, because that's another ribbon one. But I just really, really like it, and I'm aiming to replicate this one exactly the same. The only thing I had to do was about 6 months later, the white gel pen was rubbing off, so I had to redo the dots. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that one. One of the ones that I really want to change is the galaxy one. I've mentioned before I was really not happy with it. I tried to go for a galaxy effect and it does look like a galaxy, but I quickly realised I don't like really bright colours like that. It just
doesn't go with the rest of the book.
No, it doesn't. If it was a different picture, it would be fine, but it just doesn't go with the kind of whole theme of this book. Which one's next? Another one of my choices. Yes, this one. Again, it's got the green background, which I think does go because there's lots of colours.
Background next time, or the colour of the snail maybe.
But yeah, I really liked the cute animals in this one. I really enjoyed doing the mushroom houses again. I tried to make that one as similar to the mushroom pages as I could. The wood I was quite pleased with because I had dulled it down a bit from another awful one that I did, which was so dark, and I didn't like how that one turned out.
It's absolutely fine.
What, the other one?
Yeah, the other one.
It was just a bit dark, and I prefer lighter, like slightly lighter like this. But again, I like the forget-me-nots.
A little snaily bob.
Yeah, and I don't think there's too much, too many green leaves, because I did try and make other ones different colours. But yeah, happy with that one. Is that the next? Yeah.
Okay, I chose this one 90% because of the jewel.
Yeah, I really don't like the goblet. I mean, it's just
I like the goblet.
A bit of a mess, but
I like the goblet, but that jewel, I just think it's brilliant.
I did put glitter on it. I'm not sure if it has kind of rubbed off over time. Yeah, there. It has dulled down. That's another thing. If I wanted to, I could probably just go through the whole book and re-glitter everything, but I'm not going to.
From a young age, I've always been fascinated by jewels. So yeah, that speaks to my inner child, that picture.
Which one's next? I don't know. Is it another of yours?
Last two.
Oh, it's on the same page because yours is that one. Okay. So yeah, these are separate ones. So this was your choice, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
I just like the mix of colours. It's quite similar to the one with the thoughts coming out of her.
Yeah, they're quite bright colours. These were, so I got the super colour set, 40 super colour pencils for my birthday. Oh no, now I'm confused. For my birthday, but it was late because we were seeing our grandparents 2 weeks after my birthday. So as soon as I got them, I picked out these pastel colours and coloured this because it was a really simple one to do. And I just wanted to try them out. I didn't apply water with them. I just left them as pencils, and I really like how they work as pencils on their own. So
no, I think the colours are great.
Yeah, and finally this one. The reason I chose this one was because this was the last picture I ever coloured in this book, and again it's special because, you know, this was the last one. The boat one was the first one, and I can kind of see differences between them. In hindsight, I probably should have done the end page as the last page, that I didn't. Next time, or when you copy it, I'll definitely do this one last, I think, because it says the end. But yeah, I was really happy with this one. I like the fact that, again, it's got the ladybird compass. And yeah, I was really happy with that one. So yeah, that's everything. Whoa. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed kind of these two parts to the videos. Thank you so much, Crystal, for suggesting this. I hope you haven't got too bored with just like looking through loads of pictures, but it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been a good thing to do.
Yeah.
It's kept us occupied over the lockdown.
Yeah, and it's also really nice because I think my mum's only been in live streams, not a video, so yeah, that's cool. But thank you so much for watching. Everything's down below as usual. Please feel free to comment if you want to ask any questions or just have a chat or something, I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone.
Bye.